Okay, it's 5:31. You can go ahead and start when you're ready.
Okay. Good evening and welcome to the October 27th, 2020 Vista Consolidated Meeting. The meeting is now called back to order. The meeting is being conducted utilizing teleconferencing and electronic means consistent with State of California Executive Order N29-20. In the event a quorum of the City Council loses electrical power or suffers an internet connection outage that is not corrected within 10 minutes, the meeting will automatically be adjourned. Any items noticed as public hearings will be continued to the next regularly scheduled evening meeting of the City Council. Any other items on the agenda that Council has not taken action on will be placed on a future agenda. So with that, we'll do a roll call by our City Clerk, Kathy Valdez.
Thank you. When I call your name, please state you're here. Mayor Ritter.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Rigby.
Here.
Councilmember Franklin.
Here.
Councilmember Green.
Here.
Councilmember Contreras.
Present.
Also joining us are City Manager Patrick Johnson and City Attorney Daryl Piper. Thank you.
In accordance with the Brown Act, as a result of simultaneous meetings, members of the Buena Sanitation District will receive compensation of $147.75 for the district meeting pursuant to Sanitation Ordinance 2006-1. For members of the public that are Zoom, you may raise your hand to indicate you would like to speak by clicking the raise hand feature on your screen or by pressing *9 on your phone. Instructions on how to join the meeting through Zoom are provided on the agenda cover sheet. You may speak on an item only speak on an item once, and public comment is limited to 3 minutes. So with that, we'll have the approval of the agenda by City Manager Patrick Johnson.
Thank you, Mayor. There are no changes to the agenda this evening.
Okay, we'll have our City Attorney Daryl Piper bring us out of our closed session.
Daryl, Daryl, you have your microphone off.
You're still off.
I'm there now. The City Council met in closed session to consider the arbitrator's advisory opinion in the matter of Vista Firefighters Association versus City of Vista, Justin Hennon grievance, California State Mediation and Conciliation Service case number ARB 19-0216. That was item CS1 on this evening's agenda. This grievance was submitted by the Vista Firefighters Association to the California Public Employment Relations Board, PERB, on behalf of firefighter paramedic Justin Hennon and referred to arbitration using the California State Mediation and Conciliation Service. Section 13.1.10 of the Memorandum of Understanding between the City and the VFFA for 2018 to 2021, dealing with former grievances, provides that after a grievance has been considered by an employee's supervisor, the fire chief, and the city manager, the employee may request that it be submitted to arbitration. At the conclusion of the arbitration, the arbitrator submits their findings and recommendation for review by the City Council. The City Council may only consider the written decision of the arbitrator and the written briefs submitted by the two parties and determine whether to accept or reject the arbitrator's findings and recommendations. The arbitrator recommended that the grievance be denied. The City Council, with all members present, considered the arbitrator's findings and decision and the parties' briefs. After deliberation, the City Council voted unanimously to adopt the arbitrator's findings and recommendations dated October 13th, 2020, and to deny the grievance. Mayor, that concludes my report.
Thank you. That brings us to our consent calendar. The recommendations on the following consent calendar will be enacted in one motion unless an item is removed from the calendar. Any member of the public may remove an item by using the raise hand feature or by pressing *9 now. Items removed from this consent calendar will be considered immediately following adoption of the calendar. We have 9 consent items this evening. Would any of the City Council members like to remove an item?
Yes, Madam Mayor. I would like to remove C3, please.
Okay, I don't, seeing no other hands, I would entertain a motion for the balance of the consent calendar.
And Mayor, if I may, we do not have anyone from the public who's asked to pull anything either.
Okay, so Councilmember Green.
I would move that we approve the balance of the consent calendar as presented.
Okay, do I have a second? Okay, a motion second. Please cast your votes.
Please state your vote when I call your name. Mayor Ritter,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rigby,
Yes.
Councilmember Franklin,
Aye.
Councilmember Green,
Aye.
Councilmember Contreras.
Aye.
The remainder of the consent calendar passes unanimously.
Okay, that takes us to item C3, which is a storm drain second silent loan program policy. And I'll turn that over to Deputy Mayor. And you pull that off the consent calendar.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I just pulled this off the consent calendar because I wanted to say thank you to staff for doing a great job on pulling this together, and to my council colleagues for its consideration. And I just wanted to remind folks that this is one component of a very complex issue that we are grappling with here in the city. So I just wanted to make that clear. I don't want people to think this is the end of this discussion that we're having. So with that, Madam Mayor, I would move that we approve item C3 as presented. Thank you.
I have a second for that.
I'll second.
Okay, do I have any hands raised for before we vote for the public? Is the public, anybody from the public asking?
No one has requested to speak, so we'll close that opportunity now. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. We just had one person raise their hand. Let me see if it's for this item. So it's Becky Rapp. Becky, did you want to talk on this item on C3? Let's see. Becky, you're on mute. There you go. Did you want to speak?
Can you hear me?
Yes, Becky, did you want to speak on item 3?
Good. Oh, no, I thought we were doing public communication.
Okay, we'll leave your hand raised and we'll call you back in just a moment for that.
Okay, sorry about that.
That's okay.
Okay, then we should do a roll call vote. We have a first and a second, a motion and a second.
Okay. Please state your vote when I call your name. Mayor Ritter,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rigby,
Aye.
Councilmember Franklin,
Aye.
Councilmember Green,
Aye.
Councilmember Contreras.
Aye.
The item passes unanimously.
Okay, that brings us to our oral communications. This is an opportunity for the public to comment on agency-related matters that are not on the agenda. If any members of the public wish to address the City Council, they may indicate so by using the raised hand feature or pressing *9 now. So City Clerk Valdez, do we have members of the public? I think we do have the one that wish to provide oral communication, and maybe others.
Yes, we have one right now. So I'll go ahead and have Becky Rapp. Go ahead, Becky.
Good evening, Vista City Council and Mayor. My name is Becky Rapp. I'm a mother and public health educator, and I wanted to bring this information to your awareness regarding the notice posted this week from the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, ACOG, regarding marijuana and pregnancy. The ACOG recommended that women who are pregnant, planning to become pregnant, or breastfeeding not use marijuana. It had deep meaning because our family is raising a child whose mother was a highly addicted marijuana user during pregnancy. ACOG distributed a poster for doctors' offices regarding possible effects of marijuana use on a fetus, including disruption on brain development before birth, smaller birth size, higher risk of stillbirth, and behavioral problems in childhood, including paying attention in school and the ability to focus. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Do we have any other speakers?
Nope, we have no other speakers, so we'll close opportunity for public comment at this time.
Okay, that takes us to our comments, our remarks. I'll read my remarks and then I'll go to each of the council members. The Central Vista Business Improvement District Advisory Board has an opening, and applications are due November 6th, and the applicants must be an owner of a business subject to the assessments within the district. You can download an application and learn more at thecityofvista.com. Guess what? Daylight savings time ends this Sunday. Fire Chief Ned Vanderpool is reminding residents to check their smoke detectors when resetting their clocks. The sound of the alarm can provide the few extra seconds to get out of the house. And we get an extra hour of sleep, I think, this weekend, don't we? The city and Vista Sheriff's Department are hosting a community blood drive on November 10th from 11 to 4 in the Civic Center parking lot. Appointments are required. Information is online at thecityofvista.com. And one last thing, Sandag is seeking input on their SR 78/I-15 exchange project via a virtual meeting on October 29th. You can also provide feedback online beforehand. So go to keepsandiegomoving.com for more information on that. And with that, I have one other thing, and I don't have it right here, but I think the Sheriff's Department is doing a drive-through Halloween thing at North Coast Church on, I think it's tomorrow. I have a flyer behind me. I was gonna leave, but I didn't want to offend anybody. So when you guys are talking, I'll go get my flyer. So I'll turn it over to Councilmember Green, if you know that.
I do know it's tomorrow, but no, I don't know what time, but I will be there getting free candy. I'm super excited about free candy. Could be my only opportunity to get free candy this year. No, I just want to thank all my colleagues for a great night. Thank you guys for all the work you do for the community. And thank you, Vista, for loving on our city and getting out there and supporting local businesses. Have a great night, everyone.
Okay, before I go on, I'll just tell you, it's called Trick or Treat Halloween, North Coast Church parking lot on North Santa Fe. Tomorrow from 3 to 5 p.m. So it's a drive-through. It's physically distanced, of course, and there's candy. So anybody would be interested in that. And with that, we'll go to Councilmember Contreras.
Well, today was a short meeting, nice and short. I want to thank my coworkers on staff for always making sure that we have all the information necessary to make the best decisions that we can. Of course, thank my colleagues. We didn't really have too much discussion today, but I do want to say, as always, on Wednesday, we have a trash pickup at Luz Duran Park. We meet at 9 a.m. We start walking by about like 9:15. You don't have to bring anything except for a mask. And if you want some water, bring some water along. Sometimes when it's too sunny, you might want to consider wearing sunblock. But other than that, just show up. We have everything for you. And we usually finish up at around somewhere between like 11:15 and 11:30. So I hope to see some of y'all tomorrow. And continue. I think I want to follow Councilmember Green and say continue to support our small businesses and our businesses here in Vista. The outdoor dining is amazing in the climactic wonderland that is the city of Vista. So I know I've been enjoying it. So hopefully I'll catch some of y'all here in town as I'm sipping on a seltzer or having a burger. Who knows? So have a good night, everyone.
Councilmember Franklin.
No remarks tonight. Thank you.
Deputy Mayor Rippey.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I just want to say thank you to staff for everything that you do for us. It's very, very much appreciated. So with that, thank you.
City Manager Patrick Johnson.
No comments tonight. Thank you, Mayor.
Oh, who else? City Attorney Daryl Piper, do you have anything tonight? And wear your mask. Got it. How about our City Clerk, Kathy Valdez?
Thank you, Mayor. I did want to announce that we've extended the deadline for applications for youth to apply to serve as a youth commissioner to November 9th. Unfortunately, we didn't get as many applicants as we had hoped. So if you could help get the word out, if you're interested, information's on the website. They can also contact me directly. Thank you.
And don't forget to vote, everybody. That's next Tuesday. So we have another council meeting. So everybody, if you haven't already, or if you're going to mail them early, mail them now. Do it quickly so they get counted. So anyway, so everybody have a good rest of your week. I guess we're all done. We're adjourned.